If you're ordering precious metals, I can't think of anything worse than having them lost in the mail other than this. I'll explain in this video as we explore. I saw a story that really kind of hit home with the fear of precious metals being lost in the mail. There have been some situations that have occurred in this community for orders that have been lost in transit and never recovered again. And the blame goes all around, from the post office to the bullion dealer to the company who made the shipment, if it was a private company. In this case, it's FedEx, who is normally very good, but this has made headlines in Memphis, Tennessee, and this is quite an ordeal because it's worse than getting your precious metals lost in the mail after they have been after you place an order, but it's from somebody who was selling back to a precious metals dealer. This is a very stressful situation, and it's something that I stress about when I place an order. I can't imagine if I were to ship precious metals to a dealer and they get lost in the mail, what that would mean, especially considering how quickly the markets can move. If you go and sell your precious metals to a dealer and then boom, all of a sudden they're gone, well, it's a little bit concerning and you don't know what's going on here. Now, apparently they are not lost, but they are stuck and they have yet to be delivered as of today. This is a story from Fox 13 out of Memphis. And I tell you, when you go to place an order for your precious metals, or when you sell back to a company, you want to make sure it gets to where it needs to go. A transaction that should have taken 2 days has taken longer than a month. And now a woman is looking for $20,000 worth of answers. And I tell you what, if you order from Summit Metals, they do ship via FedEx. But of course, they stand by their products, and of course, FedEx, they have a deal with them to get you metals fast. And they also will take your metals as well if you want to sell it back to them. So check out summitmetals.com. Barb Kokatek of North Carolina told Fox 13 that she shipped $20,000 worth of gold and silver coins through FedEx. She said the process should have taken just days, but 4 weeks later, her package was allegedly stuck at the FedEx World Hub in Memphis, Tennessee. We're out of pocket $20,000 at the moment, Kokatek said. The North Carolina woman said the weeks of waiting have been an emotional roller coaster. I'm sure that's a lot of money to have, in limbo, just kind of stuck out there. This is certainly a concerning situation. It's very, very stressful. Let's put it that way. It's a lot of money, Kokatek said. Kokatek shipped the coins in late January. She planned to sell the gold and silver coins along with some silver bars to JM Bullion, which is an online retailer. I noticed it wasn't being delivered, Kokatek said. On February the 6th, she said FedEx sent her a letter stating that the company had located the shipment. It's been 3 weeks since then, Kokatek said, but as of the 27th of February, the package had still not been delivered or returned. Fox 13 has previously reported on packages that went missing at the FedEx World Hub in Memphis. Now you think about it, it's a world hub. That means it is the one of the biggest places, the hubs that they have for shipping. It would make sense that some things would get lost from time to time, and something like this is making news because it's a lot of money. It's a big shipment. And so more likely it's probably just lost in tracking and what have you. But considering how many transactions and how many packages go through there per day, I would love to know that number. This is probably the exception rather than the rule. But nonetheless, it does need to be taken care of and settled. Now, back in June of 2023, a Kentucky woman told Fox 13 that her order of clothes went missing twice at the hub. The third package finally made it to her door, but Kokatek told Fox 13 that the gold and silver coins cannot be replaced so easily, that's for sure, especially if there's some collectibles, but it doesn't say exactly what type they were, but likely if it's going to JM Bullion, it's probably going to be just that, bullion, like much what you see right here. And we just want what we worked for and earned, and not to be out of pocket, Kokotek said. In a statement, FedEx wrote, "We will work directly with the customer on this issue." I tell you, in this day and age, considering where spot prices are, that would be a lot of silver in physical form, but considering there's a couple of gold coins in there, it would not take very many of those gold coins. It probably could be a fairly small box in order for that to fill up there. So, I mean, you look at what here. This is not $20,000 worth of gold and silver, but nonetheless, it is enough that maybe double this you could probably fit in there, or maybe a little less than that. But that could fit in a pretty small box. But nonetheless, they said they had found it and then they lost it again or something. It's stuck somewhere there. So I hope it's recovered and I hope it can be shipped. But for this to make big news like this means it's a pretty big deal. We will work directly with the customer on the issue after being asked by Fox 13, which basically was saying to them that the news media pound sand and we'll work directly with the customer. But I tell you, sometimes it's going to take bringing it to light of the media in order to bring a light on the issue, because that is a lot. Part of me would wonder if I was to do that, to ship it out, which I likely would not do. Thankfully, I have several options with local coin shops in the area that would buy my gold and silver. And notwithstanding, if I was to ship it to a bullion dealer, more likely something of that amount or maybe higher, may be worth just driving it out there, just depending on how far you'd have to drive. But nonetheless, FedEx 2-day package, I would hope they would give her shipping and her insurance money back once it is recovered, because she's certainly not getting that service. And again, totally understandable. This is probably a very rare occasion, and considering that I think that FedEx has a pretty good reputation here. However, there was a video, a newscast video on this, and said that that originally the insurance company denied her claim. They're very, very careful. When you put insurance on a package like that, as to what's covered, especially with regards to the post office, it's very, very, they're very stringent and very unlikely to be able to pay for certain products. In fact, I think even some bullion products are specifically exempt from insurance. So you just have to read the fine print on the packages when you send them out. But nonetheless, it is intriguing and fascinating, but also scary for sure as to how this stuff works and how these packages move in and about. But I think that, this is not a video to scare people, but it's just something to report on this news, and something that I'm sure we all have experienced some fear with regards to precious metals, shipping them in the mail and the like. I know I am fearful of it. That's one of the reasons why I don't do it. But nonetheless, this is a story that more than likely we'll try to follow and track. Sometimes these stories, they're one and done, and then they hit the headlines, and then they don't make news anymore because, well, it ends up getting resolved. So hopefully we'll find out and see what happens, or it could be extended another month. This is an unusual circumstance and situation. Now, this channel is about giving you the latest news and information on the world of precious metals. So if you're new here, if you could subscribe to the channel if you want to get the latest news on the world of precious metals and analysis as well. I like to do videos on tips on stacking gold and silver and other precious metals too, like platinum and palladium. Hope you will subscribe to the channel. Let me know so I can thank you personally for subscribing. And also, if you could share this video and with others in the world of social media, it'd be very much appreciated. Now, have you ever shipped anything expensive at all via FedEx or any other company? How nervous were you? Did you have any problems shipping it? I'd be very curious to know that as well down in the comment section down below. So there you have it. So there's your report here for today. I hope you found this video informative, insightful, and educational. I would like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.